Mediterranean wildfires are no accident, a stark reminder that our planet's systems are increasingly out of sync with nature. From Turkey to Greece, from France to Spain, this summer's blazes have exposed a troubling reality. The climate and human decisions are no longer separate forces. These fires, dubbed the sixth generation, are fueled by a web of climate patterns and social structures that prioritize profit over preservation, turning natural disasters into economic battlegrounds. The scale is staggering. By August 26, over 1 million hectares, 3,860 square miles, burned across the EU in 2025, a figure 4 times higher than the average over the past 2 decades. In Spain alone, the devastation surged from 40,000 to over 416,000 hectares in weeks, making 2025 the century's largest wildfire year. Fire emissions reached record highs, with Spain's annual totals surpassing 2003's lowest point, despite a single week of extreme conditions. Over 100,000 people fled. 8 lost their lives, including firefighters and volunteers. Critical infrastructure like the Madrid-Galicia rail line was disrupted, and heat-related deaths soared, nearly 16,000 in Spain alone, a jump of 6,000 from 2 weeks earlier. These fires aren't isolated events. They're symptoms of a system in combustion, driven by climate change exacerbated by our socio-economic order and land use policies tied to profit and growth. Instead of investing in prevention, many institutions slashed resources, cutting fire prevention and firefighting budgets by half in 13 years. Rural areas face chronic neglect, and land use prioritizes corporate gains over long-term survival. Capital's expansion has commodified everything, subordinating care to profitability, reshaping landscapes into monocultures, urban sprawl, and uninhabitable zones. Wildfires are no longer accidents. They're loyal bearers of a social order advancing as an automatic subject, relentless, unstoppable, and eroding ecosystems, labor, and life itself. Their effects mirror our unequal societies. Workers, rural communities, migrants, and depopulated regions are the most vulnerable. The threat spreads through class, race, gender, and geography, with marginalized groups often bearing the brunt. In the Mediterranean, fires are accelerating, becoming faster, more unpredictable, and harder to control. A new climate normal has emerged, where heat and drought coexist with flammable landscapes, turning forests into ticking time bombs. Forests, lacking adaptive margins, accumulate biomass, expand monocultures, and leave institutions overwhelmed. Public discourse is erratic. While some argue for reducing forests, the Mediterranean's climate is already boiling, and extreme events like fires, droughts, and floods are intensifying. Even degraded forests play vital roles. They capture carbon, cool environments through low albedo, and stabilize ecosystems. The solution lies in adapting to forests, a management approach that reviews their structure, protects biodiversity, reduces biomass without eroding soil, and restores community territory links. This is crucial for rebalancing the city-country divide, where rural areas are reduced to suppliers of goods and waste dumps. What's needed is eco-social planning and investment guided by a vision beyond short-termism. Yet, amid systemic combustion, resistance is rising. Agroecology communities, territories defended against neoliberal exploitation, and climate justice movements are challenging the status quo. These efforts show that as forests burn, so too does the order that sparked them. They demand policies confronting segregation, inequality, and a recentering of life in our territories, embracing collective emancipation. But as long as accumulation, exploitation, and dispossession govern our relationships, wildfires will burn earlier and fiercer. They evolve alongside the system that fuels them. To prevent this from becoming our everyday reality, we must prioritize life over profit. The fire we need is one that lights the path to care, meaning, and a future. Without ecological and social justice, there will be no firebreak against disaster.